Roberto Martinez's first summer campaign as the manager of Everton Football Club was played out against a backdrop of transfer speculation, with Marouane Fellaini and Leighton Baines constantly being linked with a move up the M62 to rejoin David Moyes. However, both men were in the starting 11 when the Martinez era began.
That's the best of it, Stephen Whittaker. Unlucky. But Barkley works it onto his left foot. Oh, what? Ross Barkley. John Rudd slipped into Jelovic. Saved by Ruddy, but Seamus Cole again surely slices the cross, but Wrinkle.
We created enough chances at spells. We showed a very good side of our play, and clearly, it's start of the season. We need to correct a few things, but in general terms, I'm delighted with the attitude and some of the face of play that we had.
The first Goodison game was against West Bromwich Albion, but ultimately delivered very little.
Ross Barkley involved. Morales' cross. Owen Pienaar. Pulled back. It's Kevin Morales. Laney arriving. West Brom won the flag. Oh, he still can't put it in. Coleman. Unintentional, but he almost got lucky.
First half, the tempo was down quite a lot due to obviously being quite warm out there and the pitch being a bit dry. But second half was better. We created a few chances, but unfortunately, every time we seemed to hit the target, we either obviously hit Ben most of the time, and just one of those games.
4 days later, Martinez recorded his first competitive victory as Everton manager when League One Stevenage came to Goodison for a Capital One Cup tie. It was a welcome success, albeit earned in a surprisingly difficult manner.
League One side have created one or two half chances. Here's a real chance for Luke Freeman, who scores for Stevenage. Well, I said they'd started the game well, and on 36 minutes now, they are in front at Goodison Park. Approaching half-time at Goodison Park. Everton looking to get level before the break. Naismith finding De La Feu. De La Feu with a positive run into the penalty area, and a great finish too. Everton have equalised before the break. What a crucial strike that is. Gerard De La Feu, on his Everton debut, gets an Everton goal. An equalising goal before half-time. And it's a great finish as well from the 19-year-old Spaniard who's on loan from Barcelona. That's a good finish. Fellaini coming on. With almost 90 minutes played, Ross Barkley makes way. And Stevenage have been stubborn in extra time at Goodison Park. 5 minutes of it to play. That's a decent ball in. It's a poor clearance. Naismith, Fellaini! Everton have surely won it. The man introduced as a late substitute has surely taken Everton through to the next round of this Capital One Cup. Well, Stevenage thought they'd dealt with the initial danger. What a poor clearance that is.
At the end of August, the Toffees travelled to South Wales to take on Malky Mackay's newly promoted team. It was another afternoon of frustration.
That's got to be a penalty. Anthony Taylor hasn't given it. Good ball in. Jelovic takes a deflection. Super save.
I think from our point of view, I'm very pleased with the defensive display that we had. We knew that Cardiff at home, they play with that momentum. They just got promoted. They got a real confident look about them. On the counter-attack, they can really hurt you. I thought we coped with that extremely well.
Unsurprisingly, Chelsea and Manchester City were the very early pace setters. After the first 3 matches of the season, Everton were one of only 4 teams without a victory to their name, but they were also one of only 4 teams still unbeaten. Whilst at the bottom, only Swansea City were pointless at the end of August. The last day of the summer transfer window is always hectic, exciting, and often chaotic. The remit for all managers is to try and emerge from it with a better squad of players, and for Roberto Martinez in August 2013, that was very much the case. Let's deal with the outgoings first. Victor Anichebe accumulated more than 100 appearances for Everton, but the fact that he's the club's most used substitute of all time sums up the lack of regular starting action. West Bromwich Albion came calling, and the Nigerian international was on his way. Manchester United's summer-long pursuit of Marouane Fellaini paid off when, with the window closing, a £27 million deal was thrashed out. On the credit side, Everton enjoyed a fine deadline day. Martinez had made no secret of his admiration for Wigan's Republic of Ireland international midfielder James McCarthy. And although his recruitment cost the Blues £13 million, it was, as the supporters would come to realise, money very well spent. It's not often that players of the calibre of Gareth Barry become available on loan. England international and, of course, a Premier League winner, Barry had been aware that his opportunities at Manchester City were going to be few and far between. The Etihad's loss was most certainly Goodison's gain. One of the most revered young strikers in European football is the Belgian international Romelu Lukaku. The big centre-forward enjoyed a successful 2012-13 season on loan from Chelsea at West Brom. And when Jose Mourinho indicated that his services would be available for hire again, Martinez moved swiftly.